Hey everyone, welcome back to the sunny side, to the sunnyside.net. I'm Sunny, and I'm recording today from the music studio here in beautiful North Vancouver, where we have music lessons, music therapy, and a cool little YouTube club. And today, I'm going to tell you guys the secrets to seducing, or how to pick up, or how to meet a Gemini. Alright? Okay, so first things first. Just remember, first things first. Remember, if you like the videos, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you have any questions or comments, please message me at sonny@sunnyside.net or leave them in the comment section below. And finally, these videos do have some pretty good information. If you like them, please share them with your friends. Alright, next. Okay, here we go. Somewhere along the line, alright? You found yourself chatting with someone, and for whatever reason you got hooked on them, and you're now trying to figure out how to reel them in. If they were friendly, chatty, social, very smart, and exceptionally quick with their wit, if they talk with their hands, right? Or if they're always switching topics of conversation, if they like dark humor, and if they're super flirty and definitely sexy, you probably fell for a Gemini. Now, just to let you know before you get in too deep, alarm, there you go, before you get in too deep, Gemini is one of the top 3 sexy signs, and they're the top 2 in flirting. They might even be number 1 in flirting. Some might say Libra's the flirtiest sign, right? But Libras, when they're just being nice, Libras being nice often gets confused with flirting. So, Gemini might actually be number 1 in the flirt game. They have a natural gift for the gab, and when they turn it on, you can tell. And here's a little astro secret. Geminis tend to be boy crazy. So, if they're flirting, then they're most likely interested. And just to compare this, Libra, on the other hand, might just be going along with a conversation and have no intentions other than the conversation. But Geminis don't usually waste time unless they're interested, and they rarely continue the conversation just to be nice or kill time. Geminis are always looking for quick information. They're our fastest sign. So if they're flirting, then your game is on. Just to let you know, if Gemini's flirting with you, then your game is on. And you have to be fast. Not Aries aggressive, fast. Right? Okay, here we go. First, the basics. Gemini is a mutable air sign. That means changing ideas. And I mean always changing and looking for new information and experiences. Not necessarily looking for someone better, but always looking for new information. And yes, they get bored super easy. Gemini is the number 1 brainer sign, and they are very fast with their thinking and their words, especially their words. So once again, they're an air sign, and like other air signs, well, here's the deal, they're an air sign, right? So if you try and force, or control, or if you're sneaky and using some of the waking hypnosis or NLP techniques that you'll find on the channel in some of my other videos, you'll probably be found out pretty quickly. Geminis are exceptionally quick in the brains. And like air, they'll just dissipate and disappear. If you try and control or force an air sign like that, they'll just disappear. And, alright, got it? So, you can't really force an air sign to do anything in the usual control drama kind of way. And you're not going to outthink them. But, on the plus side, you don't have to. Alright? They're not sneaky. Okay. So once again, you're not going to have to do any of that sneaky stuff because they're already into you. They wouldn't be there if they weren't into you. And, believe it or not, Geminis are actually waiting for you to make your move. And, double believe it or not, they want to see you make your move. They're waiting for you to do it. Get off the video, get out of the pick up the phone and give them a call. They're waiting for you. And Geminis don't like to wait. Alright? A couple of the other signs are like this as well. Aries definitely wants to see your move, and they're willing, and they want to compete against it. They're, use it to your advantage. Use your game to your advantage. Who else? Aquarius wants to observe your move. They want to see your move and logically rate it, and logically rate your move in action. Leo also wants to see your move, and Leo wants your move to sweep them up in a game of love and adventure. Anyways, one of the biggest problems in the whole seduction game is waiting too long to make your move. Just saying. It is, but they're nervous, and you want to know if a Gemini's into you. If a Gemini's talking to you, if they're flirting, they're interested. Straight up. Okay? And how do you know your Gemini's flirting? Because they're talking to you, and it's escalating, and it's kind of fun, and it's cute, and they're telling a lot of jokes probably, or a lot of dark humor. Anyways, will these guys measure your game up against, or your moves up against all of the other people who tried to get them in the past? Right? Will they do that? Will they measure your game against some dreams or ideals that they have in their head already? Probably. Right? Nobody's perfect. But so what? All you need is some really good and super fast comebacks and seduction lines. And the Gemini's going to think it's cute, especially if they've never heard it before. And if you're watching this video, then you're probably already brushing up on your games. Good job, player. You're halfway there. You're more than halfway there. You just don't realize it yet. Alright, next. Like most of the other signs, Gemini is looking for the best. Right? You gotta be your best. You gotta do your best to be your best, or you're not gonna, you don't really have any game, right? So, but in the Gemini case, they're looking for the best thinker. Geminis are looking for ideas. They're super brainy once again. And if you can't carry a conversation, you're not really gonna mesh very well anyways. So, remember when dealing with a Gemini, brains are sexy. Alright? Keep that in mind. Keep the conversation going. Change the topic a lot. Change it a lot. Lots of little information. Remember Aries? Lots of little dates, lots of running back and forth. Gemini, lots of little chunks of information, lots of different stuff. Keep the brain stimulated. Alright? And, once again, while you're at it, add a little dark humor. Because here's another secret about Geminis. In addition to being boy crazy, Geminis love Scorpio's dark humor. Anyways, it's kind of fun. So make dark jokes and they'll be hooked. It shows confidence, Plus it's an outside of the box kind of thinking, and Geminis get hooked very easily on that. And it's a lot easier than some of the other seduction techniques, like getting them jealous. And actually, Geminis don't usually get jealous. They're a fast sign and they have no problem moving on. So, if you give them a reason to leave, then they will. If you keep things fun and exciting and interesting, and your brains can help their goals, then you're going to be okay. Just keep coming up with different things to talk about, and think of different ideas for dates. Keep it moving along, Here's another way to think about it. Gemini is smart and sexy and curious. And they like to keep busy. And they don't beat around the bush. So if you go on a couple of dates, but you don't make any moves, then your Gemini will get impatient and they will start looking for other guys. And truthfully, it's going to be your own fault. So they checked you out. They saw something they liked and they said hello to you. But you're either too boring or too slow, or they figured you out too quickly and they just moved on. Alright, so don't be any of that. Okay, now here's the kicker. On the downside, there's a good and a bad to all of these signs, right? On the downside, Geminis will definitely string you along if they want something from you, like very seriously. And most importantly, and there's a saying that goes along that says, never trust a Gemini. They are definitely two-faced. And I don't mean that in a good way or a bad way. I just mean that in an astrological way. They're definitely two-faced. Alright, And I've met many Geminis who say one thing and do something completely different. So, be prepared. If your Gemini has put a spell on you and you're in dream mode hoping for something to happen, then know in advance that you're being played. Alright? Heads up. Maybe I'll repeat that. Okay. So, if you've been on a couple of dates and you haven't escalated, or things not going on, or you're chatty and you don't know and you don't, like, they're not into that. You know, they're not, Gemini's not super aggressive, but they'll just flip the page and move on. So you got to keep it interesting and flip the page in front of them. Alright. Okay, once again, if your Gemini's put a spell on you in your dream mode hoping for something to happen, but it's not happening, then know you're being played. As you'll see, Geminis have multiple personalities, so to speak. And often, life with a Gemini can be unpredictable. Sort of like living with someone with split personality, right? But, again, it's not like Libra, who keeps changing their mind because they're terrified of making a decision. Geminis know what they want, and it's more of different views or different ideas on how to get it. Let's look at it another way. Gemini's opposite sign is Sagittarius, and they're the most straight shooting, highest thinking sign. They go right at the heart of the situation and then out to the big picture, right? Geminis are on the opposite side of things. They might see the big picture, but they will definitely focus on all of the little details. Alright? Okay. As such, they're a lot like Virgo, who tend to be detail-oriented as well, but this time, the difference is Virgo looks at the details systematically and in order, where Geminis have more of an all-encompassing intelligence and they look at things from many different angles. Alright, so Sonny, how's this going to help me get the girl, right? Okay. And it's simple, really. If a Gemini is talking to you, then they're curious. Keep them curious, and your game is on. They're looking for information and experiences, and the best way to move from this position is an insta-date. Don't panic, just say, I know this cool place just around the corner from here where we could check out maybe, you know? Or I'm heading to, or all you do is say, I'm headed to blah blah blah, and make it exciting. Geminis are allergic to boredom, right? They're allergic to boredom. They're like, ah! They'll run away from it. If your offer is exciting and interesting, then they'll probably tag along. But exciting and interesting doesn't mean skydiving on the first date. That would be Aries. It means somewhere a little fun that you can talk about, and possibly something that involves a bit of a puzzle. But once again, don't make it too difficult, don't be too crazy, and don't let it take all day long, right? Or they'll get bored and give up. And they'll get they'll get bored and give up, and you're on your adventure and your game's over, right? Make it challenging intellectually, stimulating, do lots of different stuff, but don't make it too easy, don't make it too tough. ABC, right? In seduction, ABC, always be calibrating. Next, got it? Okay. The best way to get a Gemini is to go right up to them, say hello, be interesting and exciting, and then you got them. It's that simple. It's not that simple, but it's that simple. These guys know all the tricks in the book, so keep it real, unless you have a real killer line that no one's heard before. And if it's creative and unique and a little bit dangerous, they'll be hooked. So, to sum up, be creative, be unique, be off color, and a little dangerous. Geminis like bad boys. And most of all with a Gemini, it's all about keeping the mind interested. If you can do that, you'll get your Gemini. And that's it. Good luck, player. I wish you the absolute best. I wish you the best. And once again, if you like the videos, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and that's about it. Leave your questions and comments in the description box below. Remember, love is everywhere if you know where to look. I absolutely hope you get your Gemini. And from thesunnyside.net, I'm Sonny, wishing everybody the absolute best of a beautiful week, and I'll see you soon.